themes for this week for you. Things look like this, please. The vessel, the orphan, the kiss. The vessel, the orphan, the kiss. I want one more for the orphan. Sometimes hate out. Oh, okay. We got two. The offering and the stone. Okay, so this is like about containment, right? Everything is a vessel. I'm butchering this. Yeah, I was butchering that, but whatever. This week is an invitation to kind of understand what is being held together. You think of a vessel can like literally be anything. We are vessels. This candle jar is a vessel for the candle wax, right? Cups are vessels for water, so on and so forth. But they're containment. I was going to say modules. I don't know. Anyway, but they are containment, forms of containment, right? Things that hold stuff together, right? Our body holds us together. So it's a time to kind of look at what is sacred and what is being held together. Is whatever that's being held together, is it, and this isn't just your physical vessel, right? This can be literally anything within your life, of like the things that are being held together. Kind of like let's evaluate that. And to hear with the orphan is not an archetype of you or an orphan. It's the longing, the isolation, the concept, right? The universal concept of that. We're all longing for something. We're all needing for something. We're all missing something in one way or another. And kind of in a way of like, not that if you're an orphan, you are broken or anything in that regard, but that universally, like here on earth, the density here, everything that takes place here, like there is an edge of brokenness, of a lack of faith, right? And a need to understand that you're not alone, that so many people on this earth experience those sorts of things. And so it's almost like whatever it is that you've been kind of holding together, maybe kind of it, like some of it is out of necessity, but like out of necessity to not appear as this sort of orphan, this, you know, this discarded thing or child or whatever, right? Like someone always having their hand out, lacking, longing for something. And so it's like, how can we replenish that? How can we fill that gap? How can we bridge that gap, right? And then here with the kiss, it's like bridging it with what it is that you desire, what actually electrifies you, what brings you in close like capacity, like I mean like in close like intimacy with another. Do you know what I mean? I'm butchering this, but that's okay. Because the kiss is like, the kiss talks about, you know, that electrifying feeling when when your lips meet with another. But it doesn't always have to just be sexual, right? It's just the essence of that sort of, that spark, right? That initiation, that pull, that tether. And there's a need to kind of see, and I'm on Monday, I'm pretty sure this is accept all, reject no one, like kind of coming to a just, that's the last card in this deck, the actual final card. It's I feel like I can hear my ears, like I feel like my ears are like, I can hear myself like 3 times over. So that's really crazy. Do you know I started hearing Inwards in Paris? I don't know why that's playing in my head, but really like the beginning beat part. And then I'm getting like the xylophone. I know this is all over the place, but I'm just, it's the last week of Pisces energy, like Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So yeah, it's gonna get a little mythical, a little weird, a little crazy. I asked for confirmation, not confirmation, but just like an elaboration on the orphan. We got the offering and the stone, and I mean the offering is just that, like an offering, right, for you, for yourself. I'm gonna read like a tiny bit of the literally. So like it's like we're ever more connected, right? Like the study of the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected yet face collective isolation. We are in a time of universal orphanage of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. You know what I mean? So it's like we're all seeking something, we're all needing something, we're all longing for something, and that something is connection. It's that electrifying, sort of intimacy. It's the rush, it's the feeling, and not that you're some kind of what's the word? It's not that you're like some kind of adrenaline junkie or anything like that, but it's like it's this need to merge to it's this edge of like invitation. You know what I mean? To come into union with another, with something else, right? It doesn't always have to be with a person. To come into union with your higher self, to come into union with that job that you want, or a new friendship, or you know what I mean? Like it's all of that. So it's kind of understanding that like whatever this is kind of what needs to be brought together, what is being held together that's preventing this, and what needs to be brought together in order to bring you better in alignment for this. There we go. There we go. That was rough, boy. Rough. I want to read the stone. This is the one card that, like, out of this entire deck, I have a pretty good grasp on all of the archetypes here. The stone, it just like I understand it when I read it, but if you ask me to just explain it on my own, nope. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go, therefore it contains an ancient and an eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to the stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it's likely that the stone has a remedy for what ails us, humble and easily unnoticed. The power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. So if we take that, the eternal, the anchor, the rock. So okay, wait, I did still have to take a second with that because I've never like made this connection before, but I think the stone here is kind of, which I mean like obvious shade up, but like I think the stone here, it's like the earth. You know what I mean? It's like the earth, the concept of the earth. I'm twitchy, I'm fidgety. I don't like this energy. And that's kind of like the entire point, because the entire point of the stone is like find your anchor, find something to ground you during this time, right? It's like there are so many things that are changing, so many structural foundational shifts that are changing, that are being brought to life at this time, and it's an offering to ground. And I guess it's an offering to ground in the impermanence of everything, right? Things are always shifting, things are always moving, but know that you yourself are like immovable. You're steady as a rock. You're stable. You are tethered here. Or it's a call to like anchor yourself here in this earth. You're here, you're present. We're here, we're queer. You're here, you're present, and and you have a call. There's a call to action. The orphan speaks of deep reverence, deep love, deep acceptance. You know what I mean? Because we're all going through something. We're all dealing with something. We're all longing, needing, wanting something. We're all just here doing the best that we can, right? Holding together what we can hold together within ourselves. I actually think I'm really butchering this message. Am I still going to post it? Yes, because somehow, some way, someone is gonna understand it. Someone's gonna understand it. But me, am I even confused by this reading that I'm giving myself? Yes. Yes, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm not even gonna bullshit you right now. Because I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was gonna read the kids, but then I just put up like the entire point, which I was getting to this, but I don't know why my mind is like tricking itself out, which I kind of think is like the point right now. It's like this last week, this is the home stretch, and I mean really like kind of the post shadow period too of Mercury, which is like 2 weeks after, right? But really this week, do not get lost in what is happening. There is deep psychic, like mystical work that is being done at this time that is bringing you to, because literally it's this card suggests true intimacy around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. The kids takes when the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and awakening of the heart. When I say I've had chills this entire weekend, I'm not kidding. But the point here is your vessel is changing, your vessel is shifting, your vessel is growing, your capacity is opening. And it is a call for you to anchor into this opening, to anchor into what it is that you can anchor into, and let this come in. Let this passion, this desire, this merging, right? Let this invitation come in. There's no work for you to do, literally at all. It's just for you to just allow this to come in and happen. Let's get you just like, I don't know, like 5 tarot. And you know, feel free to tell me just how badly I butchered this reading. Call it more, whatever. Oh. Releasing. That got caught on it. Letting go, moving on, walking away. I think a lot is being released for you right now. We have Judgment at the bottom, starting off. New spiritual story. Getting ties that bind. So starting off, we have the fourth, maybe fourth of the fourth is gonna be significant. Write that down, jot that down. Hello. I've never butchered a, anyway. Missed opportunities, bored, dissatisfaction, unmotivated. But the High Priestess, bridge between worlds, sacred vision, inner knowing. Oh, fuck, that was the Queen of Cups reversed. Hold on. Okay, I kind of get it. Because then we have the Queen of Cups reversed, Devil, but then we have the Queen of Swords. It is so important that you like get over, and that's why we start off with the vessel, like what is being held together, right? It's so important that you get over whatever missed opportunities that there were, whatever like apathy or anything that comes up this week, the last lingering shreds of that. And it's so important that you tune into the inner knowing that you have. And if you don't have inner knowing, I'm telling you here now that this is all playing a trick on you, right? It's meant for you to kind of fall for it. Oh, and that's why I was hearing inwards in Paris, because I was then hearing, I don't know if it was the bridge, but like the breakdown part where it's like, you are now watching the throne, don't let me into my zone. It's like you're watching the throne, you're watching your seat of throne, your power, right? There's no need for you to, the Queen of Cups reverse is, you know, it's very immature energy, but we understand it has this place, right? Codependent, very manipulative, like emotionally manipulative, kind of self-focused, wallowing, prone to extremes, very gullible, just very emotionally imbalanced, right? Poor energy. That's not your throne of power. Remember this last week, and I said this in like the previous reading, I'm pretty sure like the last reading I did. Remember this last week, the first half of Mercury retrograde, like pre-shadow period, and the first half was descent into the underworld. Now, post like the second half until the end of the post shadow period, that is the ascent back into the light, into here, right? The earth, the earthly realm. It is so important that you do not get caught up in that, that you kind of see that for what it is and choose to make that ascent. That's why you're being asked to be in this Queen of Swords energy. Be discerning, see the truth for what it is. The Queen of Swords seeks truth in all things. She sees the truth in all things, right? She can balance her, like, she can balance her emotions and then also think very, very clearly, right? A very grounded energy. She can be a little sharp tongued, but she sees reality for what it is, and it gives her this inner strength. That's what you're being asked to see here. And it's through the things that like grip you, the last of what's coming out. It's a choice to choose clarity, even when you don't feel like you know what clarity actually is. Even when you feel like you can't see through the veil, see through the fog. And we have 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. Community, commitment, celebration, party. The 11 card. 10 of Wands reversed. Readjust, release, get your priorities straight. Delegate, prioritize. There's a timing card. Tie up loose ends. You need to remember that for the last year, you've been asked to get your priorities straight. You've been getting things in order. You've been becoming more responsible. You've been reprioritizing, restructuring your life here. Restructuring your vessels and the things that you hold sacred. The things that tether you. And collectively, right? Like, we've all been doing that. And you've been really working on this Queen of Wands reversed energy. So we're coming out with like the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed. You need to use that Queen of Swords energy, and remember how far, temperance, literally temperance, alchemy, tranquility. Remember how far you've come. That's it, that's all. Like, remember how far you come. Remember that you that was 4 of Pentacles. I want one more for this Queen of Wands verse. Remember that this is like a tying up of loose ends. This is a release of the threads. Literally, remember we started off, I said judgment was at the bottom of the deck. If I didn't, I was thinking, I swear to God, judgment was at the bottom of the deck when we started, and here it comes out. A new spiritual story is being written. Literally, forgiveness, awakening, evaluation, mission, rebirth, action, decision, renewal, heeding the call. You've been asking for change. We've been asking for change. We've said this in readings time and time again, and now it's here. And don't like this is literally like the last, like the home stretch. And this isn't to say that when the astrological new year starts that everything's going to be fairy tales and magic and rainbows and anything like that, but it's just like you are moving into new energy. Things are shifting. Things are going to be different if you have done the work and if you choose to, moving forward. And that's just all it boils down to. And that's just the focus of this week. That's something that you need to keep in mind this week. Justice. And when I saw it, when it was trying to come out, you saw it here, it was reversed, and as it actually flipped out upright. So going from guilt and blame, karmic avoidance, unfair victimization, that's this shit. Queen of the Queen of Swords reverse, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups reverse, the Four of Cups. That's that, avoidance, unfair victimization, cancel culture, being shamed and blamed, retribution, imbalance, right? And we remember we had the temperance. I don't know what you know what? I'm gonna meditate on this in the morning, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's why I was so fidgety. Like, I know this isn't my energy, but when I say that I am like shocked by this. Anyway, but now it's upright. I'm sorry, y'all. This is all over the place. Bear with me. It's a karmic balance. It's, wrongs and rights, right? The righting of wrongs in your own story. I'm gonna leave it there because This was a clusterfuck. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. If this resonated with you, let me know. Let me know. I'm all out of sorts.